Hello, welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Phoebe and I'm so glad that you're here. Flosstube is a particular section of the internet which the videos deal with cross-stitch, quilting, crochet, knitting, maybe applique. I'm only going to be talking about cross-stitch in this video, so I'm so glad that you came to join me today. I maybe have a little bit less whips than usual. I still have plenty to share with you, but I was really focusing on finishing my Blackbird designs Away We Ride, and I got to finish. I'm so excited to share with you. I was working really hard those last few days to see if I could finish this up. It's not fully finished because I want to do that before Halloween, but for today I can share with you my finish. So this project is so fun, so beautiful, and I have to say, like, when I first started it, I was maybe a little bit like, oh, it's just a bunch of shades of gray, but it actually does pull in a lot of the colors as you come down into the pattern. I typically always start top left. So let's go ahead and take a look at my finish, and then we will move into new starts and then whips. And whips stands for works in progress. So this is going to be all the stuff that I was working on in the last 2 weeks. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, here is my finish, and I am so excited about it. So like I said, this is Blackbird Designs Away We Ride, and I stitched this on a piece of 36 count that I hand dyed myself to give it these kind of rusty colors a little bit. And this was a treat through and through to stitch. Such a lovely stitch. So I'm going to put up on the screen where I was the last time that you saw this. And when I pulled it back out this week, I was like, you know what? I feel like if I just focused on this for about a week, I'll just be able to get this done. So that's what I did. I still did my 2 threads a day in the morning, but then if I had any other stitching time during the day, I pulled out this piece. And I'm super excited to have it finished. I just need to decide how I want to fully finish it. I am kind of trying to decide between a flat fold and a pillow. I feel like it maybe would be too big of a pillow. So I'm going to figure that out before Halloween because I want to display it. So yeah, what do you guys think? How should I finish it? I don't know that I want to do a framed piece. Backing it with like some kind of pretty piece of wood or something sounds appealing to me. But I need to go to Hobby Lobby, I guess, and see what they have. So I gotta decide what I want to do, but besides that, I mean, that's pretty much it for this lovely. And so basically I just had 2 Halloween finishes this year because I did that, or this season, because I did that Witchy Dreams from Barbara Anna. I finished that up in July, so then I will be able to display her alongside Away We Ride. So, such a fun pattern. I'm a little sad to have it done, but at the same time, all Blackbird designs are just so fun. So it just gives me space to start a new one. I'm going to pull in a little bit. So these windows are not perfectly spaced. There's a few mistakes in there. And now I'm looking at the windows, I'm kind of thinking, was that supposed to all be that open in there? I don't know. But in any case, if you're thinking about stitching this, I highly recommend it. The only thing about it is just that the border is, actually, the border's fine. At first I didn't love the border, and at the very end I was tired of the border because I saved most of the border till the end. The problem is that's onyx and that's garden gate. Actually, that's opposite. They flip-flop going all around the border. And they're just so similar that it just felt like I was stitching all with very dark gray all around the border. And it's the same thing for the birds. The wings are stitched in Garden Gate and the rest of the bird is onyx. So I don't know. I mean, I cherished parts of the design that were like this, that had more of the color in it, but I just think it's just so cute. And this beautiful patterning right here is so pretty. This is heirloom gold, I believe. So anyway, I love it, and I know a lot of people are working on this. Maybe this will inspire you to pull it out and get a few more stitches in. So there is my away we ride. So I want to share with you my 2 strands a day before I share with you my 2 new starts. So I was working on Ann Dale 2 strands a day for 2 threads a day for all of September. For all of October, I'm working on Lila Studio Quaker, Halloween Quaker for all of October. So I'm actually going to be sad when October's coming up, when it's going to be finished soon, because I have loved this so much. This is such a great project for 2 threads a day because you're moving from medallion to medallion, and so for me, like, I didn't get bored of the colors, of the designs. So I'll pop up on the screen where I was before I started this with 2 strands a day, and this is my most recent completion. And then I moved up to here, and then I'm gonna work on this huge medallion that goes up here in this corner. Oh, I think I did this since the last time I showed it too. So anyway, I just really, really love it. It's helping me make progress so great. So thanks again to Sarah Stitchy Spot for making sure to talk about her 2 strands a day and get me into the mode of doing that, because it's been super fun and very helpful in getting progress. So this is stitched on a 28 count Lugana by Picture This Plus called Cauldron. I think it's Picture This Plus. And so I'm stitching 2 strands over 2. And I'm using all the called for flosses. And I think that's everything. So my first new start is this Double Double Toil and Trouble by Plumstreet samplers. This is the one with the big trees where you have a lot of fill-in. I'll pop all of the images up on the screen of the pattern so you can see it alongside my work. So this fabric, first of all, is super, super fun, very Halloween-y to me. It has a lot of indigos and rusty browns, and so I felt like this would be perfect for this Halloween design. And this is everything I got done in like 2 days, I guess. I'm not using the called for floss with this one. I just did my own conversion based upon the DMCs that were noted in the chart. I think a few of these flosses are called for. The kids are playing hide and go seek upstairs. And man, I've had a tiring day. The kids are home from school still on fall break, and I took them out and we did a bunch of stuff, and I am just exhausted. Anyway, so these are the flosses that I'm using. It's just kind of a whole mishmash of different threads that I had in my stash, and I am loving this project. I wanted to get other Halloween stitching done, so I didn't spend more than 2 days on this, but I think this one is the called for that tree. Well, maybe it is, maybe it's not. That's Sweet Potato by Weeks. So anyway, I love it, and perhaps it will come out again before Halloween. I don't know though, because I have those Halloween smalls that I have planned, so we shall see. So this is 40 count, and so I'm stitching 1 over 2. And this is a piece that I hand dyed. I can't remember if I said that. And yeah, that's it for that. My next new start is the one that I started on Friday the 13th of this month. And this is Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain by Barrick. And I have had this one kitted up and ready to go for a while using the Vicki Clayton silk conversion. And Friday the 13th in October seemed like the perfect time to stitch this project. So I got it out, and I think I feel like this pattern goes really quickly. I think this was only a day. I think I just stitched this on Friday the 13th. And it's a combination of the silks and just the pattern itself. Everything just went so quickly. So I actually got a lot. This is a lot for me for one day of stitching. I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count. And this is another piece of fabric that I dyed. It has kind of a slightly mauvey browns in there with a kind of ghostly look to it, combined with the, I think it's maybe platinum Zweigart as the base, and yeah, I really love it. But again, I had more things that I wanted to stitch on, but it is started now, so now I can pick it up whenever I want and I can stitch on it. So I have given myself teeny tiny margins on this piece because I really wanted to use this even though it's 36 count. So with measuring, I knew I had to do a tiny margin or else it wasn't going to fit on this piece. So yes, I have a tiny margin and I know that, and it's going to be just fine. Also on my nails today, I'm wearing Moonshine Mani Merry and Bright. This is from our upcoming holiday collection, which is launching the second weekend in November. And I am taking photos of the collection and had it on, so that's what is on my nails. The collection is called White Christmas, inspired by the Irving Berlin song, and it's a bunch of glowy Christmassy shimmers. On the 10th, I stitched on my Pretty Little Hawaii from Satsuma Street. This is my anniversary piece with my husband, which I started after our trip to Hawaii a couple years ago. Honestly, when I pulled this out this month, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get a finish on this month. But this one just doesn't go very fast for me. I don't know if it's because it's on the big 14 count Aida, the 2 strands of DMC for everything, the switching out flosses a lot. I just don't know, but I can't, or else maybe there's way more stitching to this project than I think that there's going to be, but I just can't seem to ever get a ton of progress done. So, I mean, I feel like I did do most of this time, and I think a lot of this down here, I don't know. It's not going as fast as I thought it would. And it's not like I want to speed through this piece because I want to remember visiting Hawaii with my husband, but I have my London and my Paris pieces picked out from Satsuma Street to start when these are done, so I'm excited to start those, but I'm not going to until this one's finished. So you'll see this again. It's going to come out every 10th of the month until it is finished. This is stitched on a piece of 14 count Aida that you can find in like Hobby Lobby or something like that, where it's just already pre-printed with this kind of blue and white cloudy slight modeling. So before we talk about my 2 pieces that we randomly drew last time for me to work on, this is the last whip that I just chose to stitch on because I wanted to. This is Carolyn Manning. I think it's called Sundown. Every time I see someone stitching on their Carolyn Manning, I'm like, oh yeah, I really got to get out my piece. And it has so many great autumn colors, so I really wanted to get some more work on it. But I only stitched on this for a day, and I really didn't have that much stitching time that day. So I got some done, not that much. This is also a really different design compared to a lot of other Carolyn Mannings that I see, which are the little squares all blocked out, and so this is like in long vertical or horizontal lines. So anyway, I am loving it. I'm stitching this on a piece of Fabric Flare Stone 40 count, and I'm using the Called For DMCs. Oh, I'm using the Called For DMCs on that Satsuma piece that I was just sharing with you guys as well. So yes, 1 strand over 2 on this 40 count. Slow progress, and I have a lot of Carolyn Manning that I've purchased and a lot more that I want to purchase, but I'm having slow going on this. So the first of the 2 projects that we randomly drew together last video is this Lavender Farm from Coure Batticoure. I just love all the shades of purple in here, and this whole design is just so precious. I have the sunflower one as well. However, this is stitching up again really slowly for me. If I was starting this now, and I've said this last time this came out, I would start this on 40 count, so it would be small and tiny and cute, and I could use 1 strand over 2. as it is, I am doing 2 strands on this. I think it's like a 32 count weeks or something, Weichelt. And it's just kind of, it doesn't stitch up very fast for me. It's kind of really open weave and flimsy, but I mean, it's still really pretty. It's just, I don't love it as much as a lot of the other things that I'm working on right now. Maybe I'll want to work on this more in the spring. I'm not sure. So I think this time I put in these, maybe some more of these bottom flowers. Actually, I think I filled in some more of the white up here and I put in this guy. So I did get, you know, a good day's worth of stitching in on it, but I just wasn't compelled to stitch more than a day. I really love the pattern. It's just I have other things that I'm enjoying more. This is my final whip to share with you. This is Spooky Countdown from the Primitive Hare. This is the second project that we drew together last video for me to stitch on. And this is a piece of 40 count that I overdyed trying to look similar to the called for fabric. And when I watch Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, her fabric she's stitching it on has this really beautiful kind of yellowy modeling on it. So that's what I was aiming for. All right, so what did I get done? I think that I finished this one and then I added 2 more squares. So a pretty decent amount. I am not using the called for. I'm using my own flosses based on the DMCs. I do have DMC 310 in there, and then I just kind of have a mishmash of a few other things, and I'm really loving them. So this may come out again this week as we get ready for Halloween, not sure. But this is, that's the progress that I got so far. That orange is fragrant cloves. I love fragrant cloves, so that is my progress. If you want to see somebody who has finished this pattern, Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts has it all finished and mounted, and it is just glorious. So highly recommend you go check that out. And it has my son's name on it. My oldest's name is Salem. It means peace. So yes, but it does also happen to be in a bunch of Halloween charts. All right, now that we have looked at everything I was stitching on, I want to share with you some haul, and this includes kind of plans because I want to kit up one of these projects to hopefully get a little bit of a start on before Halloween. So I have some PDF downloads and some physical copies to share with you of some patterns that I got in the last couple weeks. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. First is this book from Teresa Kogut. And this is Dwelling Place. She added it to her Etsy, so I was able to use my Patreon code to pick it up. We have a discount code as Patreon members. I mostly got it for this one sampler, but there are also these smalls in here as well, and they are just adorable. So very, very excited that she has this one out. It's just so cute. I mean, it looks like it could be patriotic because of the stars and everything, but it's just Americana and it's just so, so cute. I got a few more pieces of fabric to play with dyeing. So I have some just antique white, and then this one is Winter Moon. I really like Winter Moon. And then this one is Platinum. And so I also picked up the 3 that I didn't have yet from the Fragments in Time 2023. So this is number 2, this is number 5, and this is number 3. And I think I already have number 8. I feel like I do. Maybe I'm missing one more. But I plan to stitch them all on the same piece. So yeah, these are just so, so adorable. Love. I also picked up the Christmas ornament book from Just Cross Stitch for 2023 because part of my plans after Halloween is to start some Christmas ornaments. I'm really pumped for that. So yeah, I'm excited. I actually haven't even looked through it yet. I just got this out of the mail, so really, really excited for that. I think I snagged this just on a whim. It was just calling my name. Sorry about the glare. Pumpkin Fair from October Fiber Arts. I just really love that pumpkin. So there's that. And then, oh, I also got this. Oh, this is just divine. I feel like, did I see this, Kim? Did I see this on your channel, Contented Needleworker Kim? This is, can I read this upside down? Probably not. The Biedermeier Sampler 1864. My accent on that was probably phenomenal. Look at this. Oh my goodness, that looks so gorgeous. This is reminding me that I need to get out my Louisa Barney. But just this whole thing is divine. So I don't feel like I should start another GGR since I have 2 going now. But I really wanna do this one. Okay, and then I picked up this large, it's a 20-yard skein of Big Sur from Threadworks. This is that floss that I need a lot of for Jack's Bash, per my own conversion. This isn't something that's called for that design, but I'm using it for a lot of the bordering and things like that. So I decided to grab a big one of that. I did not know that 123 Stitch had the bigger skeins. Speaking of floss, my friend Heidi sent me a wonderful present. This is just white silk. She sent it, she bought it for me from Silks For You so that I could play with dyeing silk, and I'm so excited for that. So yeah, as you saw, I have some new fabric pieces. Gonna be dyeing. I'm gonna be a dyeing fool. Okay, I grabbed 2 more of these patterns from the Artsy Housewife because she's been my new fave for like a solid month and a half, 2 months, and I just can't stop. So this is Peace. I love it. And then I also grabbed Summer Solstice. She's just so talented, so talented. Then I grabbed Flea Market Souvenir. I don't remember, I think I got this from Colorado Cross Stitcher. And when I was grabbing some other floss, I needed more smoke for my Classic Colorworks smoke for my Lila's Studio Halloween Quaker. So I grabbed that. And then I was in store at Craft Center of Fine Stitchery in Salt Lake, and I picked up this. I just saw on Lizzie the Stitcher, she did the Seaside Tiny Town and she split it up into like 6 pillows, and it looks absolutely adorable. Definitely go watch her latest video if you love these tiny towns but you don't want to do it in a long like this, or you don't want to do it in the drum. I think I want to do them in a drum, but if you don't want to, go watch Lizzie's video. I'll link her down below. She's just delightful in general, but also I've never seen anybody do them like that before, and she's so great with her sewing machine. So I feel like I might not be as successful as she was, but just go check it out because it's great to have other options. Then they have a 50% off bin in the Craft Center Fine Stitchery, so this one was in there. And I was talking about wanting to start ornaments, so there are 3 other options. And then this was 50% off, and so this is a Rosewood Manor, and that's just a really beautiful design. I learned after I purchased it, it uses a bunch of flosses that I've never heard of before. And what are they called? They are called Presencia flosses. So I will be I'm gonna look up and see how hard those are to find. They're probably hard to find. And I will probably be converting this into my own flosses. Actually, this says copyright 2023, so maybe they're not going to be hard to find at all, because that means that they've got to be currently available if this was just released. So I don't know, maybe it's a reprint. It also has this pattern in it. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. that's all my physical copies, my physical patterns and haul. Now I'm going to share with you some PDFs that I purchased.
All right, so I got a bunch of little smalls. This first one is from Doreen Jones, and I've followed her Facebook group as well, so I can see all the new stuff she's coming out with. Next, this is from an Etsy shop called Cross Stitching Lovers. Just a really, really adorable piece here, non-denominational. And then going in the opposite direction, this is a new creation by Allison. I love it. It will be one of the first ones that I stitch for Christmas. These next four are from Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy. This one, well, so I've got a mix in here of Christmas and Halloween, but she has some really, really cute stuff. I have big plans for this one. I think I want to make each of those little treats into its own little pillow and put them in a bowl for Halloween, not for this year. Next, we have this cute little snow globe quartet. And then the last one is from another Etsy shop called X Cross Stitch Pattern X. And this one is a Scandinavian little ornament here, and it's adorable.
So, as you just saw, I have great plans for some Halloween smalls that I want to work on as we're coming up to Halloween. And so I dyed this piece of fabric. So this is actually a piece of 14 count, the kind you can get at Michael's, where it's over dyed with like some pastel color on it. They have like a gold and orange one, they have a green and blue, and this one's purple and blue. And so it just has the color mostly on the one side. And so then I over dyed it with some black and pearl gray, kind of swirled on there, and it darkened up the base of it. Plus I wanted to add some of that. So I'm going to use this for some of those candy, the spooky candy designs. And then this as well, if I want to vary up the color a little bit more, then I can use some of this, which has the same kind of dye process on it, but the base got even darker looking. So this one is a little bit more seriously spooky, but I really like how this worked out. And I wasn't sure what I was going to use those pieces of Aida for, because I purchased them and I was like, oh, they're so cute. I didn't realize they were 14 count. I like to stitch on 18 count if I'm going to stitch on Aida. But I feel like these little Halloween smalls will be perfect for this. So excited for that. So I want to share with you some Flosstube that I've been watching in the last couple weeks that is new to me. Speaking of YouTube, not Flosstube, but on my regular channel. So my main channel, I've actually been filming content on that channel for 10 years. It'll be 10 years this New Year's Eve. And that's a nail polish channel. If you don't know, I sometimes reference nail polish on this channel. I sometimes share with you what polish I'm wearing. But I've been doing nail polish reviews over on another channel called Phoebe Moon. That's my name. For 10 years. And I used to vlog on that channel. Vlogging is like, it's basically what we're doing with the Flosstube videos, where we're talking about what we've been doing the last couple weeks. But it's like a take the camera along with you while you're doing all the things. It's just a video journal kind of thing. And I do it for my family and my kids love to watch our past videos. Well, COVID happened and I did not feel like filming anything we were doing in COVID because it was just depressing and boring and limiting. And so I stopped doing that. But I've been watching Olivia B's spooky Halloween vlogs and just really enjoying that, and it reminded me how much I enjoyed doing it. So I have started doing that again on my main channel, and I do talk about my cross stitch progress and stuff in those videos. So if you want to see that, my main channel is always linked down below, so you can go check that out if you'd like to. So as for Flosstube that I was watching, I feel like I'm always catching up on a lot of people's faves, and I haven't tried them before, but they're channels that probably a lot of you are very well acquainted with. So one channel that was new to me this last couple weeks is Two Needles Pulling Thread. I feel like I hear people talk about them all the time, and I finally caught an episode, and they are sweet and cute. They play off each other very well. I love channels where it's two content creators both sharing their work. That is really fun content to watch. Another channel that I watched is Proverbs 3122. She actually, this video is her Flosstube number 130. So she's been filming for a long time. And this video, she filmed from above. And I feel like it's in her video and in Hoop It Up with Jan, who I mentioned in my last video. They both finished Newcastle Bouquet by Teresa Kogut, which I have in my kit ups. And I have mine kitted up with like a very marigold fabric to look kind of similar to the project, the design that's in the project. But the way that they both have theirs on the lighter fabric just really makes these colors stand out, I feel like, a lot better. So I'm really thinking I might change my fabric on that. So anyway, both of those ladies have, Jan has her second video now. Definitely go watch. She has so many beautiful finishes. And then Proverbs 3122, she has like an overhead style filming, which I really enjoy. I got the idea from Lori Holt, and so that's how I like to film my projects, overhead. I feel like I'm hopefully making it so you're having to do a little bit of like less this, or like trying to zoom in on your thing. I'm hoping that that's the case. I don't know if it actually works that well, but I really like that style, and she does it as well on this channel, so I really enjoyed that. Another channel that was new to me is Brianna Lentz. I had never seen her videos suggested before in my recommended viewing, but she has like a grouping of videos where she shows like tons of Halloween projects, tons of fall projects from a whole bunch of different makers. So if you just want to watch somebody show a whole variety of different things in a specific topic, she's a really great source for that. So I'll link all those down below. All right, so now we are already at the part of the video where I share with you my plans. So I plan to continue Halloween stitching through Halloween. I think I really want to start those little smalls, the little Halloween candy smalls. It's all stitched as one, but I want to start them separately. I probably won't, well, maybe I'll get one or two of them finished because they're small before Halloween, but the finished product of having them like all in a bowl together, that won't happen until next year, but I want to get those started. And then it'll be just more autumn stitching, but I think that I have missed a lot of my non-fall, non-Halloween stitches in the last month. So I may be drawing a few more random projects this next 2 weeks alongside the two random projects which I'm going to draw with you right now. So I do have a project that I'll be stitching on the 4th. You guys have seen that for a while, and that may fall in my video before the next one. But besides that, I'm going to be drawing a lot of random things, I think. And I may start some of those of the Christmas ornaments that I shared with you in my haul. Maybe start some of those. So we'll see, because it is time to get going in Christmas stitching. But when I'm filming this, it's not time in my brain because we haven't even had Halloween yet. But as soon as Halloween's over, it'll be about that time. So I'm going to be getting real in the holiday spirit. So let's go ahead and choose those two random projects. One is from my Mania projects and one is from like all of my projects. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so time to talk about plans. I have to decide which of my Halloween little projects are going to get started before Halloween, and then I get to decide which of my Christmas projects are going to get started. I think I want to start this one. This is my one Mill Hill kit I have, and I've been saving it for a Christmas start. And so, oh, the whole little set of them are so cute. Ah, so cute. So this might be a start before next week. And then before in 2 weeks, and then before the next video, which will be on the 6th, so that means I'll have my 4th of July stitching in there, and then we're gonna have I'll be stitching a little bit on the birthday project that Joy picked for me, the Blackberry House by Plumstreet, on the 30th. And then besides that, I will after Halloween, I'll be drawing some projects from here, but I'm going to draw 2 of them right now as definites that you'll see before next week, or in 2 weeks. So this is my Mania from 2023, and some of them have been finished, the ones with the dots. And so I am going to draw a project that will get stitched on. Let's check it out and see. Number 3, Be You Thankful, has been finished, so I'm going to do that again. Number 23 is my Santa. Okay, so that's really fun. So I'll probably save that for after Halloween. I'll stitch on this. So I have one of my Prairie Schooler Santas done. I started the second one. It's the one with the trees. The gardener Santa. So that will definitely get some work. I put them up on the screen. That'll definitely get some work done. And then I also have a app that has all of my projects in it. It's called Tiny Decisions app. And I need to add the 2 that I just started this last week. Okay, so this wheel has all of my whips. It has Mania and everything else. So if it's blacked out, that means, or grayed out, it means that it has already been stitched on since I started using this app. So it has chosen for me Toil and Trouble. That's perfect because I already was thinking about stitching on that some more. So that's one that I just barely put in there, and it has chosen that I need to stitch on that again. So you'll definitely see my Santa, my Prairie Schooler Santa, and Plumstreet Toil and Trouble before the next video. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me for a little bit and you had some nice background noise while you were getting your stitching done and just enjoying your downtime. So I will see you back in 2 weeks. I think that's going to be it for today. Have a fantastic rest of your week, your beautiful, hopefully fall week. And big hugs from me to you. All right, bye.